You're watching the Batter Fans Network.
The Heralds are back. Beards talking balls, rapping pink and black. Coming live from the 305, it's official tissue. The Batter Fan, Chris and Dan, weekly rocking with you. We talk Messi, Boosie, Jordy, Lucho, the Fat Four, to Ben Cram, Noah, Ruiz, Fred. What more could you ask for? Tighten up and get ready, listen in on the pod. Solana and X in Espanol, just to even the odds. Breakdowns and gas bagging, join the tribe and just vibe. $3.99, don't forget to like and subscribe. Don't hesitate, say what's up, go ahead and come in. No question about it, I'm ready to get hurt again.
I'm telling you right now, we're going to win next week. I have absolutely no doubt about it.
How do you feel so confident after
they suck? Sam Surridge is hot trash. Like, if he's not from the spot, you saw that shot that he missed? But he just
he blew it. He completely blew it.
That guy's trash. That guy's absolute trash.
That was a sitter.
Yeah, he's trash. You think that guy's gonna do something next week? That guy's trash. Nashville's trash. That's why we call him Trashville. Don't be worried. We're gonna win. Stop with all this nonsense. Stop with the shit from last year. They got lucky. A broken clock is right twice a day. It is. You play them 10 times, yes, they might win one. Guess what? This is the one. They're not winning again. I promise you that. I'll shave my beard. If Miami loses, I'll shave my beard. That's how confident I feel.
No question about it. I am ready to get hurt again.
Chris, the beard is still intact. Welcome, everybody, to episode number 450 of the Batter Heroes podcast. I am your host, Dave, and alongside me should be Mr. KBD. I don't know if he's shaving his beard as we wait for him, but he should be on shortly. As you see, my beard's still intact. There were no worries. We dominated today as expected, and all good feels. We apologize for coming on late, but Chris said that he was just going to run a little late today. Feeling good, though. Feeling good. And shout out to CJC for the Super Slam. First things first, Mash needs to grow a set and start Silvetti over Suarez. We can get into that. I highly doubt that he's going to grow a pair in the next 2 weeks. So don't hold your breath on that. But definitely something that was going to be worth talking to over the next couple weeks. But big win tonight. First time in franchise history that we get out of the first round of the playoffs. So I think it's ceremonious that we cheers to that. And Chris should be shaving right now. And shout out, and absolutely, One World, One Goal. He also won tonight. Make sure that you check out the Battered Heat fans. I'm doing that with Solana a couple times a week talking about the Heat. So, but on here, Inter Miami, we win as expected. I thought it would be a 2-0 win. I thought that Nashville put up a little more of a fight, even though I had no doubt that we would win. Ended up being 4-0. And Surridge showed how poor he is. Allende, as bad as Allende's been all year, I will take 10 Allendes over Sam Surridge. I think that guy is probably the most overrated player in MLS. He is a PK merchant. And I think Nashville, well, you know what? Let me not discredit Nashville that much. Nashville had a good year. I thought that next year would be the year that they take off. This year they did better than expected. But Miami is much better than that team at the moment. So no way that they were going to eliminate Miami. But you saw on Twitter and you saw everybody rooting for Nashville, right? Like there's 29 other teams in the MLS that are rooting against it's Miami versus everybody, okay, against the entire MLS. And I'm just glad that Miami kind of put it to bed, because I felt like after that first goal, they put it to bed immediately. But while I wait for Chris, I guess I'll start with the rundown. Atmosphere, it sounded great. Only 3,500 free T-shirts, and Chris apparently did not get one. So he was that's probably why he's late. He probably stayed after the game trying to figure out how to get some T-shirts, because that is what Chris does. That's how he works. And it is officially November 9th. It is Sunday. It's past midnight. So happy anniversary to now that 1 year debacle. We got eliminated by Atlanta. I only bring it up because we can stop talking about that now, because we finally made it out of the first round. And I see our boy Andy Crims is here, and it's like he's hanging on for dear life, because he keeps putting his hopes on every team. And I get it. It's going to be Cincinnati next time. And then it might be NYCFC or Philadelphia the week after that. And then I already see people saying that, but they'll never be LA. Andy, you keep trying. Look, if that's all you got going for you, I appreciate that you keep hoping and you keep jumping around for that. But the atmosphere was great. It looked like everybody was fully engaged. And after the first 10 minutes, Messi did what Messi does off of Ian Frey pressure. And I know Chris will be the one getting into the rundown, but Messi made sure to put this to bed early because I felt once we got that first early goal, I felt like the game was basically over after that. I felt Miami kind of took the sails out of Nashville. Nashville needed to score first in order to have any chance. And I think that Messi putting that goal in the first, 10, 11 minutes, I think that was the nail in the coffin right off the bat. And it just felt good. It felt good. And general thoughts, this Miami team is better than people are giving it credit for. Now, I know that a lot of people are going to talk about the whole Suarez thing and how we look better without Suarez. I don't think that we would have looked worse with Suarez. I think that this game was going to look this way one way or another. So you could take that for what you want. I really don't think that Miami was going to play poorly if Suarez would have played. I'm not saying that Svetti didn't have a good game, but I think that Suarez would have also had a good game. I think that the way this game was going to pan out one way or another, I think Suarez would have contributed. Suarez this whole Suarez doesn't press thing, I think it's a little overdone. Suarez does press. He does. I've seen him. He may hobble when he does it, but he does it, and he runs his ass off. So I don't know. I think that I think that the whole Suarez thing is overdone, and I'm not even a Suarez fan, and I think that's well documented on here. I'm not a big Suarez fan, but I don't think that this team looks worse with Suarez on the pitch. Now, I would like to see Svetti more. If you were to tell me who do I rather start, I mean Svetti. I think he is younger and faster and all those things. But to say that this team would have looked worse with Suarez today, I don't think so. I think that you're off base on that one. So general thoughts. I think Miami is better than people are giving it credit for. Now, Columbus against Cincinnati. Columbus scored first in like the 65th minute, and I had some high hopes because I thought that Columbus might pull it off. Because if Columbus would have pulled it off, we would have been hosting Columbus in 2 weeks. But Cincinnati got one back 5 minutes later and then ended up scoring in like the 85th minute or so. And then Diego Rossi had a chance to tie the game late in the game. He sailed it over the bar. But Cincinnati did win, so we will be traveling to Cincinnati. Cincinnati hasn't been necessarily the best place for us to play. We haven't had the best results in Cincinnati as of late. But we'll get into that, I guess, a little more in the next coming weeks. We got 2 weeks to talk about that. I know that the one game that everybody's going to bring up is the Open Cup semifinal game, which is when we were losing 2-0 and we were getting dominated that game. And then Messi came out with some Messi magic and 2 beautiful assists. I believe both of them went to Campana, where they tied the game, ended up going to PKs, and we ended up winning in PKs. So the one time that we played, when it counted, we won. But yes, we have not looked great in Cincinnati. So we will see. And then Maple's story guy saying Danny's just trying to play both sides. Only a full take Suarez doesn't slow this Inter Miami team down. I don't know if you've watched this show very often. I don't care about playing the Suarez side. I don't defend Suarez at all. I just think that you guys are very basic in the way you look at Suarez. I think that Suarez does a good job at what he does. So, I don't care about talking nice about Suarez. I will trash Suarez as much as anybody, and I think I've done it on here plenty. But no, I don't think that Suarez would have made this team look worse today. I really don't. And then somebody here said, Neymar, the king of skills, says Allende is still trash. I'm not going to argue that. But he did have a good game today, and you can't argue that either. He did show up today, even though that one kick where he chipped the keeper, like most people have a chip kind of bounce into the goal. That literally landed in the goal because it kind of just went right under the crossbar. He almost blew that, to be honest with you. But he gets the credit because he made it. So Allende had a good game, and I guess I'll pull up the starting lineup because Crystal isn't here. So let me just get it rolling. So this is the starting lineup. Now, some people they had it as a 4-4-2, I believe, on Apple, with Rocco at goal, Jordi Alba left back, Ian Frey right back, and then you have Noah Allen Falcon as the center backs. The double pivot of Busquets and DePaul, and then you had Baltasar on the left, Allende on the right. The only real change from what we've seen so far is that apparently Silvetti started for Suarez. Now, I felt like when the game was playing, I felt like Messi was kind of playing that false nine, and then you kind of had Allende and Silvetti kind of as like wingers on the left and the right side. Baltasar playing a little behind Messi, and then obviously the double pivot, even though Busquets was dropping far back, almost like a third center back, when Ian Frey and Jordi Alba would push up. But that's how I more or less saw it. I'm not sure what anybody here thinks. And then Timothy Park saying, damn, Chris, how long does it take to shave off your beard? That's a great question. That is a great question. And I did let him know that some of you guys suggested that we just do the show tomorrow. But Chris said that he is unavailable tomorrow. So he said we had to do it tonight. So here we are. We're rocking and rolling, even though it's midnight. And we wait for Mr. KBD to hop on. So that was the starting lineup. No real surprises, I guess. If everybody's healthy, that's kind of what you expect to see. You know, Allende is going to be a starter here with Mascherano being the coach no matter what. And even though he had a good game, so I can't say anything about that, I would still like to see a different lineup. But like I said, with Suarez out, Allende, you kind of knew that he was going to start. Segovia would be a nice starter, but I don't see him. I think they feel comfortable with him and Baltasar kind of sharing minutes on that left side, because I think it's been well documented that neither one of them can kind of run out there 90 minutes. So they kind of give Baltasar 60. They give Segovia the last, 30, 35. So I think that's what they're going to keep doing, which the only surprise is, honestly, I thought that they would include Bright. They would figure out how to fit Bright into the starting lineup just to secure the defense a little more. But they didn't. He came in later, but I think that worked out fine. Nashville, at no point did they look threatening. With everybody's prediction, everybody predicted 4-1, 3-1, 2-1s. I predicted 2-0 because I just haven't been impressed with Nashville's attack. They just have not seemed like they are dangerous at all against Miami so far. And that's that Miami's defense is terrible, but Nashville has not looked very impressive. All three of their goals have come on set pieces. That first late goal in the first game was off a Honey Mukhtar free kick, and then you had the PK last game, and then you had that corner kick which kind of just fumbled around and ended up in front of Bauer's legs, where he kind of just sweeped it in. It's just they haven't looked impressive in my opinion. And don't get me wrong, I think Nashville is going to be even better next year. We'll see who they sign in the offseason. But as of right now, they're just not that impressive. And Schaffelberg is like an Emerson, where he's really fast. He just can't finish. And Angulo from Orlando is similar also, where they're really good on the wing just because they have pace. They put some pressure with presses. But when they get the ball at their feet, they just have a hard time finishing. So, I think that's what Schaffelberg is. And, but yeah, all in all, to general thoughts to sum that up, good performance by just about everybody on the pitch. And Cincinnati is going to be an interesting test, but Nashville, like I said, no chance that they were going to beat us today. And KBD, you show up with your beard.
Well, I mean, what you wanted me to? I didn't even agree fully to shave my beard.
Everybody in the chat thought that you were late because you were shaving your beard.
No, well, there was never a full-blown agreement. Why would I shave my beard in agreement for Inter Miami to win?
Because you said that they would lose.
No, I didn't say I said they were going to lose game 3. No, I didn't.
Yes, you did.
No, I didn't. No, I didn't. No, I didn't. I said
last post game. Yes, you said we cooked.
No, I didn't. You know what? We're gonna watch it back. We'll watch it back. And I didn't say we were gonna lose.
Look at the intro. I played it in the intro.
Well, I wasn't watching. I'm sorry. I was dealing with someone stealing parking spots and yellow lots sucking big time. I didn't fully agree. There was no full on agreement. I said it was over. Yes.
And then you said, okay, yeah, sure, I'll shave it, whatever. It's not a big deal. It'll grow back. That's literally what you said. It'll grow back.
Yeah, I mean, I did say that it'll grow back, but like I didn't agree to like shave it fully. Like I didn't say this is an agreement that I am agreeing with.
Mm-hmm. All right. Well, yes, Chris. Now everybody knows that you stayed late to try to catch some of those shirts. Were you able to capture any of those shirts that you missed out on?
No, I literally got there 10 minutes before the game started. I captured no shirts. And I didn't stay late for the shirts. I stayed late because I wanted to stay until the end of the game. No, I wasn't waving at players. I did have Rocco on our side. So I did cheer on Rocco because he got Rocco Blocco clean sheet.
Yeah.
So
and now this you can go back. Luckily, you have the
yeah, for sure,
technology to go ahead and rewind this. Go ahead and rewind this.
Absolutely.
And go ahead and look to see where I said that we're better with Suarez. I said that we wouldn't have been worse with Suarez because everybody here came on today and everybody's like, "That's it, that's it. Suarez has to retire because we would have." Look, you saw how we looked today. We wouldn't have looked like that with Suarez playing. We were going to kick Nashville's ass one way or another today. We were. And then that assist that Spelti had to Messi. Tell me you haven't seen Suarez do that a couple times already this year. And again,
yes,
I am not a Suarez supporter. Like, I am not somebody that defends Suarez. So when I say things about Suarez, just take it as for a fact because I don't like the guy.
I mean, you guys are kind of delusional if you think that Suarez, like, not having him is better. Shout out to Jason Luna. Didn't get the chance to go to the game, but I'm pretty sure. Listen, that's why I wanted to stay until the end of the game. Next game, we're playing against Cincy. That's going to be in Ohio. That's 2 weeks from now. Then the game after that, if Philadelphia wins,
why?
What do you? Because it's like it could possibly be the last home game until the championship.
So
you're just mad because you didn't go to the game, bitch.
No, I'm mad because you took so goddamn long because you wanted to shave at players, wave at players. Hey, hi, Rocco, look at me.
I didn't
want
to wave.
I support you.
I didn't want to. You know, the yellow lot was a disaster to get out of.
It always is.
Complete disaster.
How did you not see that coming?
No, but today was even worse. It was even
always
worse. No, this was the worst I've ever seen it in my whole life. So, yes, like I was saying, we play against Cincy in Ohio. Then if Philly wins against NYCFC, we play at Philly. With the possibility of maybe getting the championship at Dry Pig Stadium. This could possibly be the last game. I'm not going to do that. I'm not calling it Chase Stadium.
Okay.
Lockhart.
We know we play games there next year also, right?
Well, no, because supposedly the stadium is going to be open, the new one.
Not for the Champions Cup games.
For the Champions Cup games, you're right.
So we're gonna have games there next year also.
But that's like different. That's like a different sort of season, though, Danny. It's not the same.
Okay. So, general thoughts, Chris.
My general thoughts is Messi is a beast.
Yep.
And
that's a good thought.
Got us rocking and rolling. And I love Silvetti. He played very well. And Rodrigo de Paul deserves flowers. I don't know about other player, me giving Allende flowers, which, by the way, I made a bet with Inter Miami with an Allende goal. You have no idea how happy I was when Allende hit that. And Jesse, I don't have any beers. I haven't drinking in a while, and I went with my kids, so I'm not going to drink and drive. Playoff Allende hits different. I mean, I like the chip, The chip was nice. I have no idea what his first goal was. I was just happy that it was him, and I hit my bet. That's what I was happy for.
I was talking about the chip just a second ago, about how I didn't think it was a clean hit. Usually when players chip the keeper, it like bounces in, right? Because they accurately hit it right in front of the goal, bing, and then it bounces in. His like went right under the crossbar. Like, it almost hit the crossbar right over the
too heavy.
That was it went high, and then like, so he gets credit for obviously for making it, but it wasn't the cleanest of chips in my opinion.
I put $5 and I won $35. I should have put Messi goal too. That probably would have given me like 50, 60. So, yeah, man. And it was packed. I jumped on the Scarves and Spikes at halftime and was showing them sort of the stadium from the outside, from the fan zone. And yeah, it was packed. Yeah, they were doing a watch along. Yes. Yeah. And so I went in and hung out with the guys. There was people there. It was packed. Nashville fans were out there. That was nice.
All right, so let's get into the game recap.
Well, game recap. I mean, how lovely is it that 10 minutes within the game, we get a goal from Messi where he literally takes like full control and then shoots it. It looked like a nutmeg from my angle. I don't know if it was a nutmeg or not, but shoots it sort of across his body. Yes. Shoots it sort of across his body, gets it past Joe Willis. His face, Joe Willis's face, was so furious, and I loved it because of all the shit he was talking last week. Like, oh, we felt disrespected because everybody's talking about Messi and everybody talking about Inter Miami. Nobody cares about Nashville. Like, you guys won the Open Cup, bro. Calm down.
Yeah, the first goal was nice. It came off of Ian Frey. I don't think anybody's been giving Ian Frey much credit, but he came off of Ian Frey pressure. He gets the ball from, I forgot what player it was, and then kicks it towards Allende. And Allende, I don't know if he tried to stop the ball, if he purposely poked it towards Messi. I guess because we want to give him credit today, we'll say that he purposely poked it towards Messi. I felt like maybe it hit off his foot and then it kind of went towards Messi, but we'll say that he poked it towards Messi, and then Messi just went and then just created his own thing. Now, something that Silvetti did that Luis Suarez also does is that Silvetti made the run to kind of take a defender with him, which opened up just a little bit of space for Messi to take that shot to his right. He scored that first goal, all Messi. Now, you have to give Silvetti some credit for making that run, and for Allende for either accidentally poking it and getting it deflected off of his foot. See, because Sakura is saying deflection from Allende, deflection. So yeah, I wasn't sure if it was a purposeful touch or if it deflected off his foot, but I do know that Ian Frey got the ball off of the Nashville defender, offensive player, deflected off Allende's foot, and Messi got the ball and did the rest himself. He basically said, 10 minutes in, we're putting this to bed. I'm going to take control. Yeah. And that was it. After that first goal, I thought game's over. Because I thought that if Nashville had a chance to win, they had to score first. And once he got that first goal in the first 10 minutes, it's a wrap. Nashville mentally are going to be out of it already.
Now, before I get to the second goal, because that first goal was nice, and it was a good dominating goal to start the game off, right? But for the second goal, right, before I get to that game, I'm wondering, what did you think of the gameplay before that goal came? Did you feel like we were playing fairly well?
I felt like we dominated that whole game.
Yeah, I felt like it was a fantastic freaking game at that point. And then on top of that, we kept pressuring them on offense.
We were on their side of the pitch, I felt like the majority of the first half.
But, you know, this soccer daddy, look, if we're going to give a little glaze to Allende, and we know you're an Allende pusher, okay, you got to give some flowers to Frey too. Like, Frey literally drove like 3 beautiful crosses in the middle of the box. Shout out to CJC with the $2 super slam here. Says masterclass.
Masterclass. I see what you did there.
Masterclass.
Because he started
I
Betty.
mean, I don't know
okay.
about. I
think
mean,
Chris
like,
would've
what
even
else
done
are you gonna do? Like, yeah, I'm not gonna give him props for starting the next best offensive player.
I mean, I guess he could have done worse, but I don't know what else. This was basically the starting lineup the last 2 games. The only difference is that Suarez didn't start, so he puts Betty in there. Everything else has been the same. I don't.
Well, I mean,
even though I do think
that
that Messi
lineup
was playing the false 9.
he was this. Oh, this is what I forget. Thank you for bringing this up, because that's what the game molded to. The setup actually molded to this. It actually, what it looked like to me was Allende and Silvetti were higher up and Messi was further back on offense. On defense, it was, on defense, it was Messi was further, up because he wasn't pressing as much. Even though he did press really, really well. So, I mean, look, Rodrigo De Paul almost created a turnover like within the first 5-6 minutes of the game.
I thought Rodrigo De Paul played a pretty good game.
So,
there was a couple of times that he
thought
he took the ball.
No, go ahead.
I was just gonna say there's a couple of times that I saw that he took the ball from our final third to their final third. He basically owned that midfield for a while.
I honestly thought this was his best game by far. If elimination games, really, I feel like this was his best game, bar none. Like, defensively, he played well. Offensively, he distributed the ball in a positive manner, not going backwards. I felt like this was his best game. And if it takes a game 3 or an elimination game to get this Rodrigo De Paul, then I'm all for it in the next 3 games.
And I don't even know how to read that whole
Everything
name.
wasn't the same. Leruo Douglas. That's Leruo.
Okay. The formation was and the approach was different. The approach was the same, I thought. The formation might have been a little different because you don't have your striker, so you have Messi playing the false 9. But I thought the approach was the same. They were on the front foot, and Nashville couldn't stop it.
Well, I mean, Than was saying his best game was against New York. I don't know about all that. But I guess, did we talk about the second goal? Beautiful.
Not yet.
Back pass.
By Silvetti.
Beautiful back pass by Silvetti. In reality, Silvetti had his opportunity at it. I think he could have taken a crack at it, and he could have probably scored. But I think he saw what was coming down behind him and said, I got to give it to that guy.
No, Willis cut off his angle. He could have still taken a shot for a post, but I thought Willis did a good job of cutting off his angle. So he saw he had a defender in front of him. He had Willis cutting off his angle, and then he saw Messi streaking down. And for some reason, Nashville is completely lost. I'm sure that Nashville podcast right now, even though they're satisfied with the season, they're probably looking at this game disgusted, because how do you just leave Messi at the top of the box, trailing the play completely unmarked? And then Willis was completely out cutting off this guy's ankle, so he just basically a tip in almost from top of the box, but there was nobody there to stop it. So Messi is the man.
So I'll tell you, by halftime, I was ecstatic. I thought we'd win it, and I was getting real sick and tired of honey mustard and the flopping. Real tired of that stuff.
That's the sport. Everybody flops.
No, man. But you breathed on the guy, and he was flying into cloud 9. Like, he was flopping.
I don't know. Falcon was okay. Well, let's get into the start of the second half. So at halftime, you felt great.
Halftime, I felt fantastic.
As did I.
Yeah.
Now, start of the second half. Nashville starts off with a counter. Surge, we think, scores a goal. Wasn't
Yes,
called.
that I don't know if you see, but like if you
Well,
looked
I don't
at
know
our
if you've been on
section,
Twitter, but it's
I wasn't
everywhere.
even what the play.
Yeah, that's the controversial call of the
I
game.
didn't even know.
Like,
I didn't even know what happened. My back was turned. I was just getting to my seats, and all of a sudden there's a goal, and I turn back, and then they disallowed the goal.
So I'm apparently not animated enough for Maple Story Guy because I have the same goddamn straight face, the whole monotone voice. Chris knows less balls, but at least he's more enthusiastic.
Oh my gosh.
So
It's 12 o'clock, I think. So I got to give him. It's 12:30, guys. It's sleepy time.
I thought that last week I looked pretty animated when I was predicting that we would win this week.
Yeah. I mean, look, everybody's got their days. You know, I mean, look at Rodrigo De Paul. He finally decided to play football.
Yeah. Actually, I came on here ready to do the whole show with these glasses on, but because you weren't on here, I can't read the chat with this thing, so I took them off.
Oh, well, I mean, who cares about that?
Yeah. Go ahead, Chris.
So you were speaking in terms of that call. Tell me what happened on the goal because I didn't see it.
So, and I still don't see where the contact was, but so they center it to Surge, right? But right before they center it to Surge, I guess his right foot, I don't know if it clips Falcon's left foot or it gets right under Falcon's left foot. When I see the replay, I don't see any contact. I don't know if they showed a different angle, but it must have made some contact where Falcon felt it and threw himself on the ground. And then Surge obviously receives the ball, scores, and they didn't go to VAR because they blew the whistle as soon as it happens. Usually they let that play out, they let the play finish, and then they go back to review. But they blew the whistle as soon as the contact happens, so that killed the play, so there was no goal. And then obviously Inter Miami heavy chat, obviously everybody says that there was contact and it was correct. And I'm sure if we go to a Nashville chat and podcast, everybody says that it was BS. But I am 157% sure. Is that enough animation for you, mister? I am 157% sure that if it is Messi that had that goal called back because he apparently half touched the defender's foot and they fall, everybody would be like, whoa, how could you call that? So I don't know. I think it was a soft call, and even if they score that, I don't think it got checked.
Jay Stubbs is saying they checked it.
Oh, my understanding is that they didn't check it. Okay,
so like
maybe
I guess there's a difference. I guess there's a difference when you blow the whistle immediately as it happens.
Yeah. Well, regardless, even if they score that goal, I don't think it changes everything. Because I know that's the conversation, right? And Nashville's like, ooh, all of a sudden it's 2-1, so things change and teams play differently, and Miami will probably defend a little more, and so like I know that's what the conversation is going to be. Nothing's going to change. Like Miami still would have won. Like that wasn't going to change anything. Luckily they scored 4, so maybe that quiets that conversation down a little bit. But I'm 100% sure that that's the conversation right now. And I am also 100% sure that if Miami's on the other foot of that, everybody's like, what, come on.
Shout out to CJC again with the $5 super slam. Says it must have been contact because Falcon would have never left Porridge open like that. He was on him heavy, which he was. He was on him heavy all game.
Yeah, no, and he must have felt some contact because he's not looking at Serge when he throws himself on the ground. So there must have been contact there. When the replay, at least that they show or that I saw, I didn't see where the contact was, but there must have been for him to throw himself without even having to look at the Surge. Yeah, but again, I don't think that changes anything.
I have something here. I have a little complaint about Google.
Okay.
Because usually when I kind of run down this, I kind of look through Google and I'll look through MLS or whatever.
Mhm.
And so Google has it 4-0. And then if you click on like the timeline, and for those of you that want to see what I'm seeing, go through the timeline, right? And so Google will give like a synopsis of what happened on the play. And we go to the third goal and it says Miami take a comfortable 3-0 lead thanks to Tadeo Allende. How informative is that? That gives me no information about how the goal happened.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Then in the last one, it's now 4-0 in Fort Lauderdale, Florida, as Tadeo Allende scores for Miami. What's this AI crap?
I went to Wendy's today, and it's straight AI.
Don't tell me a
in the
robot.
drive-thru.
Don't tell me a
No.
robot got your
You
order,
speak-
bro.
Basically you speak into the speaker, and then the caption of what you're saying pops up, so you see that they're registering what you're saying, like word for word, and it's like, would you like anything? Like, you literally talk to. There's nobody taking your order anymore, at least at Wendy's. I don't know if it's any other place.
So like,
Yep.
what if you give it like a real complicated order? Like when I'm gonna go to the Wendy's that you went to because I want to make an order now.
Go for it. 137 in
I'm gonna
Kendall.
see if I could break the machine. Yeah, I'm gonna see if I could break the machine.
Wendy's has the best burgers.
And
of any fast food.
Suresh,
I see Soccer Daddy said Wendy's sucks. I don't know.
yeah, no, Wendy's does have the best burgers of any fast food place. Absolutely.
Yes, Messi.
Suresh says 400th assists. Yes, we're gonna go over that.
And he's only a couple of
Wendy's
goals away from
fries are
900 goals.
Wendy's fries are really suspect. They suck.
Yeah, McDonald's has the best fries.
Yeah, but like Wendy's, come on, pick it up. Your burgers are the
No.
only thing carrying you guys.
Yeah, Wendy's burgers, McDonald's fries. Burger King doesn't really have anything I like. Burger King has a good.
I mean,
chicken
Burger King
sandwich.
has good. They got good breakfast sandwiches. They have the best chicken sandwich.
Yeah,
That original chicken sandwich, the long one.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, there you go.
Yeah, no, Burger
All
King's
right.
running shit on some other aspects. So the
So-
Tadeo Allende.
Yes, that was
third
Jordi
goal.
Alba. Jordi Alba's
Okay.
He plays a give and go to Messi. He gives it to Messi. Messi through ball, catches Jordi Alba. He saves it from going out on the touchline, plays it towards the
Calm
goal
down,
right in
Suresh.
front
We
of
got it.
right in front of Willis. And once Willis comes out to defend Alba, he passes it to the center of the box where Allende is basically just sitting there, just waiting to tap it in.
Just
And
tap
he
it
taps it in
in.
from the 6 yard.
Don't fuck it up.
And that was the first goal. So that was heavy Jordi Alba right there. I don't know if Messi gets a hockey assist for that one, but that was heavy Jordi Alba there. And Tadeo Allende finding the back of the net.
I didn't see the goal. I was just happy for the result because I won money off of that. But before I move on to the next goal, Reaper, get out. Burger has the best fries in my opinion. They're thicker. They probably have the worst fries.
They might.
They probably have the worst fries.
They might, yeah. You're crazy.
Checkers fries. I mean, Checkers fries are good, but like Checkers burgers are like made with
I don't
slop.
like Checkers. I don't
Dude,
like Checkers at all.
I saw
Mhm.
in the first half, Jordi Alba tried like this bicycle freaking
Yeah.
scissors kick from an angle
Yeah.
and literally could have gotten it on point if you look at the angle. And I'm like, why is this guy retiring?
That's a great question. And you know what? And I remember I said it at some point last year. I thought that Jordi Alba would play longer than Messi. I thought Messi would eventually either retire or leave Miami or whatever, and that Jordi Alba would stay here after him. He can still play. He's still top level. Like Busquets shows his age here and there.
Yeah.
Jordi Alba is still at the top of his game. I wish Jordi Alba wouldn't retire. I think he still looks great. Yeah, Chris.
Well, MK World is saying Alba will be missed. Absolutely. Yeah, he's a freaking fantastic freaking player. And then we get the last goal, which was a beautiful setup by Lionel Messi. And you see Tadeo Allende running, and I'm thinking to myself, is he going to blast this? Is he going to far corner this? And he shows a little bit of class or a little bit of ass and chips it mistakenly over the goalkeeper.
No, I think it was on
to
purpose.
get us our fourth goal of the game.
When the ball went in the air, I thought that it was going to go over the bar. Like, I did not think that was going to go in.
You thought he was going to blow it?
Yeah. So 100%. 100%. I thought he was going to blow it.
Yeah.
So he shut me up. Good for him.
And shout out to John Shelkins. I like that name. Shelkins. That's a solid last name. Shelkins. I'm gonna have to make more raps. But that's the game, Danny. 4 goals, clean sheet for Rocco Blocco.
Dominant performance, I thought.
Yes, extremely dominant performance.
So, standouts.
So I'm gonna give my standout to RDP. In my opinion, he stood out to me big time. And I'm gonna give my other standout to. I'm gonna give it to Silvetti.
Okay.
All right. I'm gonna give it to Silvetti.
Okay, I was gonna go Silvetti. I'll go Jordi Alba. Kind of like we were just talking about, the fact that we kind of wish that he wasn't retiring because he looks good. And I'll give it to Allende. I don't have many opportunities to give him anything, so shout out to Allende. That's why Allende had a good game. All right. Any que penas to give out?
You know, it's funny because you would think that in this kind of game that there wouldn't be any que penas.
Mm-hmm.
I feel kind of bad giving up que pena, to be honest, but I feel like if there's anyone that ranked the lowest, it would probably be Baltasar. I felt like I didn't see him too much. He cooked some people early in the half, but I felt like other than that, I don't think he had a bad game. I don't think anybody had a bad game. And CJC with a super slam here says que pena to Noah Allen. I don't know, man. I don't see what you guys see when you guys say that Noah Allen plays bad. Like, I don't think he played bad. I don't think Baltasar played bad either.
Well,
you think a few people played bad?
No, I said a few people in the chat are saying Allen.
Yeah. My man of the match of the match is going to go to Rocco Blocco.
Okay. I'll give it to Falcon. I thought Falcon.
Ooh, Falcon, that's a good one.
I thought Falcon had, even though Surge sucks, but he has Surge in his pocket. So I'll give it to Falcon. Let me tell you,
Hani Mukhtar could have cooked.
Let's talk about Messi a second. Messi has how many goals? He has 5 goals so far in the playoffs. I don't know what the record is for like the most goals in a playoff run, but he's gonna, if we make it to the final, he's gonna get that. And I think that right now he's on a heater, as they say. He's on a heater, and I don't know. Are you worried at all that the 2-week break is kind of gonna slow things down a little bit?
I do think that it's gonna. It's weird because Messi and DePaul are gonna play next week, so I imagine that they're not gonna be. Well, I mean, they're gonna be doing
friendlies,
whatever it is that they're gonna be doing for Argentina. Yeah, but they're gonna go to the team and they're gonna probably practice, and so I imagine that they're gonna be in form, I guess.
Because last time he didn't play.
I don't know.
Well, he played games.
Well, he didn't play, but they still practiced. They still went to the game, but it wasn't here.
Yeah.
What? Hold on. MK World is saying Messi has a game versus Angola in Africa? No way, bro. No
Now,
way.
there
Are you
was
on it right now, Danny?
no. I'm looking at, and I'd have to go back and see, but Miami
No way, bro.
is traveling to um, Cincinnati, and then you kind of look back, and then you look back at the game against Chicago, for example, the game against DC United on August 23rd when you drew 1-1. Like, you look back at some of these games, and all you needed was one more point, and you would be hosting Cincinnati right now. I'd feel
Yeah.
a lot better about this game if we were hosting. The fact that we're going to Cincinnati really sucks, because, and I'm not saying that I think that Miami can't win, but I'd feel a lot better. And I don't know if this is accurate, but it says that the Inter Miami Cincinnati game is going to be a 4:00 start.
No way, bro. That's another no way. What's happening?
Why?
What's happening? Hold on. What? MK World saying they're gonna travel to Angola, and then we're gonna have to play a shitty
play random
Saturday
games.
4:00 game.
No. I just looked and all the games are scheduled for 4:00. So yeah, no, it won't be 4:00. But it will be on the 22nd.
There's Danny. You think he's traveling to Africa?
He might.
He's gonna go to Angola? No way, bro.
If it's the first of the two games, he might. He might not
Well, I mean,
play.
it's only one
but
game.
He'll go out there and wave. Oh, it's only one game?
It's November 14th at 11 in the morning.
That's the only game they have in this window?
Yeah, that's the only one I see here. I don't know if there's any other ones, but that's the only one I see coming.
I'm sure somebody in the chat will let us know.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. And I know that
yeah, just one game.
I know that Matty Ice said Matty Ice said he was gonna do some coverage for a selección. Shout out to CJC with a super slam. Says, I looked up hotels near the stadium in Angola, $12 a night. There's no way, bro.
Shit. Yeah,
$12 a night to go to Angola. How much are flights to go to Angola right now? No way. Hold on.
Angola? Yeah, I would. That $12 a night sounds.
There's no way, bro. You just found like a secret vacation here, CJC. Ooh, not that secret. $937 cheap flight.
Shout out to you, Ohi. Greetings from Nigeria. Shout out to you for watching live. Appreciate it. If you're watching right now, if you haven't already, please like and subscribe to the channel. All right, Chris, let's play the quick game.
Let's do it. Well, if you're on FootMob, I already told you the lowest player I think that's ranked is Baltasar Rodriguez.
Baltasar, I can tell you that is not correct.
Okay. Segovia.
Lowest? That is not correct. Actually, the lowest, if you want to count bench players, is Yannick Bright. But if we're talking about just the starters.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, just the starters. And a shout out to Mr. Krabs. He says $2 with a super slam. Fun fact, Chris, Cuba invaded Angola in the 1980s. I didn't know that. That's actually, I love history, and that's very interesting.
So lowest rated player.
So let me bring up the starters. So lowest rated player in the starters, Noah Allen. Noah Allen would probably get that.
6.6, yep.
Yeah.
Followed by Busquets with a 6.7. And who was the highest rated that did not score or assist? Obviously, the highest rated is Messi with 9.3. But who's the highest player that did not score or assist? So that means you cannot pick Allende, Messi, Silvetti, or Alba.
Allende. Okay. Allende, Silvetti, Messi, or Alba. The highest rated player is going to be Ian Frey.
No.
They probably gave it to RDP.
No. The highest rated
my
player,
boy Rocco Blanco,
Yep.
baby.
Rocco Blanco, would be number 1, followed by Baltasar Rodriguez with the 7.4.
Holy crap.
Yep.
Very
And
surprised.
then after that, it's a 3-way tie between DePaul, Falcon, and Frey. All right.
Why
So,
is
Chris,
everybody telling me to hold it, Unk? Shame I invaded Angola. I didn't do any invasion. There's no invasion. Am I an Unk now? Is that what happens when you turn 40? You turn into Unk?
I think that happens in your 30s, because the people that are using Unk
No.
are a lot younger than us. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, once you're in your mid-30s, the young teenagers are calling you Unk for sure.
Ooh.
All right, Chris. So we got a lot
That's
of
wild.
Cincinnati talk over the next 2 weeks. We'll probably figure out some other things to talk about because it's a long break between now and the next game. So we'll see what we cook up this week. Make sure that you turn on that notification bell and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, because we'll be coming. I don't know when yet. And somebody just said Unk starts at 25. Now that's way too young. 25 is way too young. In sports, you haven't even hit your prime yet. At 25. I know, for real. That has to be like a 12-year-old.
How you gotta be Unk?
Nah. Unk starts when you start, you can't play sports at a high level anymore. And I feel like that's your early 30s.
So that's 34?
Yeah. 33, 34.
No, 32 you can still hit. You can still ball.
All right. And then
Danny, we were in a basketball league 5 years ago.
All right, but that was 35. We're Unk at that point.
That's the Unk stage?
Yes,
that was
we were
Unk?
playing against
No,
we were playing
man.
against like younger kids, remember? They're in their 20s.
Yeah, but we were balling, boy. We were balling though.
Not in that final. No. All right, Chris. that final didn't go very well, but we made it there.
Yeah.
Chris, any final thoughts?
The 2-week break is nice, but it's gonna be nerve-wracking, and it's just nice to not talk about Nashville anymore.
Oh yeah, those 4 weeks in a row. That's the first time Inter Miami ever has and us on this show ever have anything like that happen. So hopefully never again. I can't wait for the schedule to come out to see who we play the last game of the season, so we can just pray that whatever team that is, we don't play them in the first round next year. All right.
This disrespect from Ashton went 0 for 11. Listen, meet me up at a park. I'll play you one-handed, and you could pick which hand I could use. Okay, and I'll beat you. Don't play with me.
Again, we don't know when we'll be back this week. At some point, either Monday or Wednesday, one of those 2 days. We'll have to talk about it and figure it out. But we will be back with Las Garzas en Español, talking Inter Miami on Wednesday, celebrating our 100th episode. So we've done 100 Spanish episodes. So we'll be doing that on Wednesday with Solana and Xavier Lavos. This was episode 450 here in English. So it's going to be a fun week. We'll figure out what to do. Maybe we finally do that Where Are They Now that we've been talking about forever. So
yes, I have videos. But then I had videos for Damian Lowe, but then now he's a free agent.
We'll figure it out. And then also make sure that you're following the Battered MLS Fans, because we will still be going on doing that with guests and whatnot. So if you want to see what we're up to, we're still talking MLS. And if you're interested in the Heat, Battered Heat Fans, we've been coming on a couple of times a week to talk about the games. So make sure that you follow all those channels. If you're listening on audio, please leave us a comment and 5 stars. If you're watching on YouTube, like, subscribe if you haven't already. And for those of you in the chat, especially the ones that were waiting for us when Chris was shaving or not shaving, whatever, appreciate you waiting on us. And we'll be back.
You had to do that.
We'll be back either Monday or Wednesday. Again, not sure which of the 2 days, so make sure that you have that notification bell on and follow us on social media to get those updates. So with that said, hope everybody has a great weekend, great Sunday, and until the next one, have a good one.
6